Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Carnage, and we got another Madrid hype for you guys right here on the channel. A lot of stuff to get into, and the vibes for this stream is going to be a little bit weird because I thought I was going to be on a real positive vibe today, and I'm going to try to be, right? Because there is still a lot of optimism going on with the club at the moment. But I mean, damn it, another injury? Come on now. We're damn near averaging an injury per game. If you guys are living underneath a rock, then you wouldn't have seen the news. So I could just break it for you guys right now. But Mbappe is injured, and he's going to be missing at least the next 3 games. And we'll talk about that in a second. But I mean, damn, like, can we catch a break, please? There's no reason that back-to-back seasons at the start, we're looking like Hospital FC. It's ridiculous. But big up to everybody that's in here, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button, right? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you have those post notifications turned on. And get in the live chat. And just let me know what you guys are thinking about all the stories that we're going to be talking about. Because, I mean, fucking hell. If you happen to catch me after the stream is over, right, I'll add chapters. You guys could just jump around and listen to the parts that you care about the most. But, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just so deflating because there was so much positives that we could have talked about, and we will. But, I mean, every day that I wake up, literally, chat, every day I wake up and I check my phone, I'm nervous for what I'm going to see. Like that's just how it is nowadays. Because and like right before the Madrid Derby, we've not played. I'm gonna be real, we have not played not one team this season that I actually view as a competitor, right? Like, to me, I think it's unacceptable that we've not picked up 3 points in every single game this season. The fact that we drew to Mallorca, the fact that we drew against Las Palmas, it's unacceptable. And now we're going to be going against Atleti, a team that always gives us problems, whether we're on form or not. And now we're not going to have Mbappe for that game. I mean, like, it's just actually ridiculous. I don't know if we've pissed off the football gods or something, but we got to get this shit together. Because now that game just got a little bit more difficult. Atleti were the only team that beat us last season. They beat us twice. We haven't lost since them. We're on a big winning streak. We could potentially break some records if we keep winning, I think, our next few games. But that game's going to be super difficult. And now that you don't have Mbappe there, right? And I mean, it's kind of like a catch-22 if you want to think about it that way because of, you know, how we've been getting on to Mbappe and calling for. And look, we'll get into all that. Big up to everybody that's in here, right? As I said, make sure you guys smash that like button. My guys, see, this guy Trump, he has to be Mexican. This guy asks me about Santiago Jimenez every single. I don't even think that he watches the content. Trump, I see you still in here. I don't think that you actually watch the content. There's no way that you do, right? I remember when you first found the channel, right? You was a real one. You was putting in regular chats. But now you just seem to only want to just ask about this guy, right? So you're not a real one anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was my guy, but I don't think that you could be my guy anymore. I'm going to just be real with you, bro, because I feel like you're trolling me. Big up to Zaire. My guy Zaire, absolute fraud. Bayern and Al Hilal fan. What's going on, my guy? So smash the likes. Yes, people. Yes. Make sure you guys smash that like button. And then Trump again says, look, see? See? Do you guys see what I'm talking about? This is an L Mans right here. It's an L Mans. L Mans. And Deca, what's going on, bro? Big up, as always. Hey, actually, Deca, and for everybody that's watching, we are going to be doing a Liverpool watch along later after this stream, right? We're going to be looking at Liverpool versus West Ham in the Carabao Cup. What is it, the 3rd round, I think? So should be a pretty good game, right? I looked at all the games that are going to be going on today, and I actually thought that was the best game that could be watched on stream. Like, all the other matchups don't really seem that entertaining, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But one more thing before we get into it, right? And actually, big up to my guy 2K. Says Kama coming back. We might play 4-4-2 with Kama and Fede and double eights. Let's just pray we don't get injuries in training. Yeah, we're gonna talk about how we could possibly line up with Mbappe being out. And yo, big up to my guy 2K, and that's actually perfect for what I was about to say before we actually get into it. So you guys see my guy 2K right here, right? An official member of the channel, right? If you guys want to become a member of the channel, right? If you guys want to use the Madrid emojis that I just dropped in there, if you want to have a cool badge next to your name that's gonna upgrade every single month that you're a member, you gotta just click this link. You could become a member of the channel, right? Custom badges, custom emojis. And we have all the big 6 teams from the Prem, and we got the Real Madrid emoji in there. And the more people that join, the more things that I can add, right? And there will be other perks that I'll be adding in there as well. So big up to everybody that's a member of the channel. But little shameless plug. Anyways, let's just get straight to it, right? Now, as I opened up talking about this Mbappe situation, it's actually pissing me off now that I think about it. Because why is it always us that's dealing with all these injuries, right? The report broke this morning, right, that Real Madrid have confirmed Mbappe suffered an injury to the femoral bicep of his right or his left leg. I don't even know what a femoral bicep is, okay? But it sounds serious. He will be out for the next 3 weeks, set to miss the games against Atleti, Lille, and Valladolid. So he's going to miss the Madrid Derby. He's going to miss the next Champions League game. And then the Valladolid match, I'm going to be honest, he could miss that, right? He could miss that game. Wait, this has to be wrong. We just played Valladolid. This is wrong. Fabrizio Romano's messed up the third team here. So don't even take that into account. We literally just played them. There's no way that we'd be going against Real Valladolid again. But regardless, right? This Mbappe injury is a big blow to the team, especially when we were just starting to find our form, right? For a majority of the season so far, Mbappe's been out there struggling to score, right? He's been putting himself in the right situations, but his shooting has just been woeful. Then against Espanyol, actually, I wouldn't even say against Espanyol because Mbappe was missing a bunch of chances versus Espanyol. But against Alaves the other day, he was cooking. And it looked like, yo, this is the Mbappe that we wanted to sign. This is the Mbappe that we wanted to see. And now that he's out injured, right? That's just one less threat for Atletico Madrid to have to worry about. And as I brought up, it does kind of hurt us. And I guess they say be careful what you wish for. Because I was somebody that wanted Endrick to be out there starting, right? I was somebody that wanted Mbappe to get dropped for that Alaves game. Because I thought Endrick has been our best striker in his limited amount of time. And now look at us right here. Injury. And it's like, damn, like I wanted Endrick to play more, but not like this. And it's actually a little bit annoying, right? Because I was somebody that was saying that game against Alaves, why go out there and play your strongest 11? Like, I was in favor of rotating a little bit. But some people were saying, well, maybe Carlo is going full strength because he wants the players to be in good form heading into the Madrid Derby, which I do think makes sense. But I didn't want to get into the situation that we are in right now. And that's a major player, right? A key starting 11 member getting injured. But I had that concern with Jude. You guys remember, I was like, yo, Jude should not be starting against Alaves. He's still dealing with that shoulder injury, right? Imagine if he got injured and had to miss the next few weeks. I literally said that. On Monday, I said that. And that same exact situation happened, but just with Mbappe. Now, do I think that we need him to go against Lille? No. Do I think that we need him to play in the game after that? I think it's going to be Celta Vigo. I don't know why Fabrizio is saying Valladolid. We already played them. We're not going to be playing Valladolid twice in the span of a month in league games. Unless is there a cup game that I'm just forgetting? Maybe that's what I'm thinking because, yeah, that's a big error there if not. But I think it'd be the Celta Vigo match that he would miss. And you guys can get in the chat and let me know if I'm wrong. But we really needed him for that Madrid derby. The other games I'm not that worried about. We should be winning those games whether we had Mbappe out there or not. But the Madrid derby, right? They just set up so pessimistic against us. Like, they always play us really well. They always give us a hard time. They have a really good squad there as well. It's a big blow. And it's just so many injuries. It's just super annoying. It just really pisses me off, chap. Such a positive that we were coming into this stream with. And again, it's like I said, every time I wake up and I check my phone, it's just like injury. Like, my goodness me. I wonder what caused the injury, because I didn't necessarily see him out there in any discomfort, right? Like, he played the full game, which was a mistake. Well, he played most of the full game, which was a mistake. I thought he should have been subbed off in the 60th minute, right? Should have brought on Endrick. We were up 3-0. And I think, Carlo kind of has to hold smoke here for this Mbappe injury. Like, you're forcing it too much. There's no need for Mbappe to have played every single game so far this season, especially when he was on poor form. You could have dropped him for Endrick, who was doing a lot in those limited minutes that he had. So I got to blame Carlo here. I also got to blame whatever the fuck we're doing in training. Like, I don't really believe in coincidences, right? Like, there's no excuse for so many injuries to be happening. There's literally none. But yet, here we are. Another season with a bunch of injuries. What are we doing in training? I know that everybody rates Pintus and everybody is so, everybody loves this guy. But, like, what is he doing in training in terms of the fitness part of it that all these players cannot seem to stay fit? Questions must be asked. Because this shit is ridiculous. We survived it last season, but who says that we survive it this season? Whatever, man. I'm just more so annoyed about this injury happening right now, right before the Madrid Derby. Like, there could not be a worse time for him to be injured. As I said, against Lille and against whatever team we're playing after that, we should be able to handle that without an Mbappe. But I'm not trying to lose to Atleti on Sunday. And we're picking up form, right? The players look like they got some cohesion going. The chemistry is building up. We're cooking. And then this. Oh, my gosh. But, it is what it is. We just got to find a way to make it work. And we will. We will. It's like what we always do. Let me see. Yo, big up. Says Villarreal. Okay. It's probably Villarreal. Yeah, because he said Valladolid. I'm like, bro, why are you saying Valladolid? Like, we just played them. Like, match day 3, I think, right? With Mbappe out, this will be Endrick's time to shine, but Carlo will probably not play him and play someone like Diaz or Goulart. Brahim Diaz is injured as well, Deca, and I do not think that Endrick will start in the derby. No. We're going to switch the formation. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I can't see Endrick going out there and starting. But yeah, Diaz is out for I think another month or so. So we don't even have him. This don't go into the game injuries. It happens during or after games. Oh yeah, so I forgot. Yep, it's all good, bro. All good. Now, look, man. That being said, right, I mean, I kind of, want to talk about some positives, right, before we kind of get back into, the doom and gloom of things, right? And we all know, right, yesterday we played against Alaves, and that was a good performance, bro. We were cooking. And that was the best match that we've played all season, right? Despite the late capitulation, okay? I know that we conceded those 2 goals in back-to-back minutes, but do not let that scoreline fool you. Madrid cooked yesterday. That was a great performance. And it was back-to-back games, right? Because Espanyol and Alaves, right, were the 2 games that we started off on fire. Now, second half against Alaves, we kind of fell off a bit, right? We were not able to maintain that same intensity. It started off really good because Rodrygo scored damn near right as the second half started. But then it was kind of like we took our foot off the gas, right? We went into cruise control. And I think that hurt us. That really did. And I think defensively, we got complacent, right? Now, the first goal that Alaves scored was an absolute banger. Outside the box, hit off the post, fair enough. I can't be mad at that, right? Like, goals like that, you're not going to save it. But the second one, I thought that was an absolute joke. The ball over the top. And he finished it well. I mean, put it far post. I mean, look, it is what it is. But regardless of that little 2 minutes of madness, it's a very good game. I think every single player in the starting 11, regardless of what these SofaScore ratings show you, had a good game. Everybody cooked. I couldn't think of any complaints until the 85th minute. Our front three is on fire. That was the best game that Mbappe's played for us. Jude, he cooked as well. So did Valverde. Tchouameni was holding it down defensively. The back line played well. Lucas Vazquez scored in the first minute. And you guys know, the Madrid Derby was a match that I was super nervous about heading into, right? Like, that was a game that I was looking at. And earlier on in the season, when I was comparing our form, I was like, we're going to get slapped. With the form that we were on before the Espanyol game, Atletico would have destroyed us. But the Espanyol and Alaves game has completely changed my opinion now, because our form is looking like we're picking up, right? We look so much better in the first half. We're actually controlling the ball. We're building up. We're breaking teams down. Vinicius has been on smoke. Rodrygo, since that Stuttgart game, has been amazing. Mbappe is finally scoring open play goals, right? His shooting has improved. And now I think with the form that we're on, even though Mbappe is going to be injured, right, for that game, we should still be giving Atleti a run for their money. Like, I get it. They're damn near like our kryptonite, the way that they're always able to give us a hard time. But honestly, we should still win that game. I'm still going to back the team to win. Now, with Mbappe being out, obviously the times are going to change. But just looking at the Alaves game, right? You got the ratings right here. And look at the positional side of it, right? Look at how we were set up. This is average positioning right here. Rodrygo on that right wing, but, you know, coming in central. Got Vinny, who's on the left, but also coming in central. And Mbappe was behind them, which is something that you usually don't see. It's damn near like Mbappe was the false nine. And you know, I did notice him a lot in that game, kind of receiving the ball from the midfield and then linking play that way. Right? You got Jude, who was the fourth highest player. Makes sense. And then you kind of got everybody else behind that line. And I think that's more so because of how the second half was. Because when we checked in on the average positioning during halftime, everybody was a bit more advanced. But I think because we kind of took our foot off the gas in the second half and towards the end, right, we cooking them for about 75 minutes. I say from about the 75th minute onwards, it was all Alaves, right? Like, they got momentum. Obviously, they scored the goal. They scored the 2 goals, right? But regardless of that happening, yesterday's performance was really good. It really was. And I hope that we build on that moving forward, right? I'll also show you guys the substitutions, right? And yeah, look, this sums up perfectly what I'm talking about. So this now shows when the subs came on, right? And look at the positioning from the subs. It was so defensive. Everybody had to be back there defending because we just let Alaves have the ball. Which, yeah, it's unacceptable. But we're still waiting to see Madrid put in a full 90 minutes of just complete dominance, you know? Let me see what you guys saying. It is Rodrygo and Vinny striker, maybe? Yeah, that's what I think, to be honest. Great performance. We should have been more ruthless. I agree. There was no need to slow down how we were playing, right? I think after Rodrygo scored that third goal, we were probably thinking about it like, look, we're up 3-0. We're at the Bernabeu. They haven't done anything, right? Because until Actually, no, that's actually false because they did hit the post before they scored their first goal. And that was kind of like the warning shot right there. And I guess, hitting off the post, we should have been on higher alert, but just weren't. And they punished us. Literally. Just when Mbappe was coming back to form, he gets injured. Facts. Why does everybody get injured? I mean, I'm not in training. I have no idea what they got going on, but it's annoying. Carlo will probably switch to 4-4-2 now for the Derby. I think so, too. Play Guler at right wing. Rodrygo's going to play left wing. Vinny has... No. We're going to switch the formation. We're not going to be out there in a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. We're going to go back to the diamond. And I'm actually going to build that 11 in, later on in the show. We're going to say like we did last year, especially if Kama can start. If not, Madrid plays. Hopefully Bellingham doesn't get really injured. I mean, we got to make sure that shoulder does not become a problem. But how come Carlo doesn't want to start Endrick? Well, the thing is, I highly doubt that Carlo starts Endrick in the Madrid Derby. I would be very shocked if Endrick is out there starting. All right. But just kind of want to talk about that Alaves game real quick, just because, I thought it was a really impressive performance from the club. The best performance that we've seen all season, despite that 3-2, okay? Do not let us conceding those 2 goals make you think that Madrid played shit. And I know a lot of people, right? If you didn't watch the game and you just saw the scoreline, you would think that it was a good competitive match. No, it wasn't. Madrid absolutely dominated from kickoff. We were on smoke. We were violating them. And then we just got complacent. You know what I'm saying? We let them have the ball. We took our foot off the gas. And that's why my guy in the chat right there was saying that we should have been more ruthless. And I agree. We should have been looking to score maybe 4 or 5 goals to really put them away. And then Jesus Vallejo, he comes on and we concede 2 goals. I'm not trying to blame him because I was somebody that was saying, yo, play Jesus Vallejo. Give him some more opportunities, right? I was literally calling for Carlo to do this. And he did. And is that a coincidence? Because that second goal, what the fuck? The first goal, I'll write that off. Again, outside the box, hit off the post. Nothing you could really do about that, right? That was a really good strike by that player. But I understand now why Carlo does not play Vallejo. And I think that might have been his last game for the club. I mean, we can literally not afford for Rudiger or Militao to get any injuries because we don't have anybody else, right? Like, if one of those guys get injured, we will literally see Tchouaméni or Carvajal right back at center back. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my gosh, it is what it is. Also want to call out the refereeing, right? That referee was an absolute joke yesterday. This guy literally booked Modric for talking to him when Modric was the captain. The captain is allowed to talk to the referee. We got, 3 yellow cards yesterday? Endrick, Vinny, Modric. Mind you, Alaves did not get 1 yellow card. Number 12 on their team, the defender. That guy was fouling players left and right. Did not get a yellow card. I don't get what the ref was doing there. Everybody always says Madrid or the refs help out. Bro, we have the most yellow cards in La Liga. Do people really not understand that? We have the most yellow cards so far this season. And Vinny has the most. I think he's on about 3. So everybody that wants to run with this referee narrative, you're absolutely wrong. Because they always book us. Every single time. And I'm not really one of those fans that get into the referee decisions, right? Like, you know how it's like whenever the referee gets announced for our upcoming games, right? You see all the big Madrid pages, post, oh, this guy's going to be officiating. And then and then fans are like, oh, now we're going to be going against 12 men and we're going to lose every single time. I don't really care who the ref is. But that ref, there's got to be something fishy going on, right? Like, they got to complain about this guy because that decision-making was awful. Like, that was arguably the worst ref that we've had all season with those decisions. Maybe he likes Alaves or something, but I don't get it. I really don't. But it is what it is. Yo, make sure you guys, if you have not done so, right, go check out my match reaction for the game yesterday. It's on my channel, right? It's as a video. It's not a live. It's a video. After this stream, go check that out and let me know what you thought about the game. And then we can move on, right? Let me see. The last minutes were shit, but we actually scored in the first half. Bro, we scored 2 first half goals. Not just 1, 2. Before that game, we only scored 1 goal in the first half, I think. That ref was... The referee was a Barca fan in disguise. Facts. Furcan, what's going on, bro? Big up, big up. But yeah, that was an absolute joke. But let's kind of circle back, right, to injuries. Now, we all know, right, Madrid so far this season have been dealing with an injury crisis somewhat, right? We've had a lot of players that have been in that the nursing room, basically. Like, the medical staff has had to treat quite a few guys, right? So, currently, as things stand, Mbappe is injured and will miss the next few games. Brahim Diaz is going to be out for another month. Dani Ceballos is going to be out for about a month. David Alaba is out indefinitely, right? I have no idea what's going on with him. I mean, can somebody tell me what's actually been going on with David Alaba? I don't think that he's even returned to training, right? All the reports were saying that Alaba is going to return to training soon, and it's been months. What is soon to these guys? And he might not even come back and be the same player. He might not be able to recover properly. Because it seems like he's just getting setback after setback after setback. David Alaba should have been back by now. Somebody actually tell me what the hell is going on. And then Camavinga, right? He's still questionable. We don't know how fit he will be. I think that he does return to training at some time this week. And then Dani Carvajal, right? He missed the game against Alaves because he was dealing with a knock. The reports were saying that he will be fine for the Madrid Derby. But I honestly got to take him and Camavinga, what they're saying, with a grain of salt. Because they said that the Mbappe injury wasn't serious initially. They said it was just slight discomfort. He'll be fine for Madrid Derby. Then I wake up today, and they're talking about he's going to miss the next 3 to 4 games. I'm like, yo, what kind of slight discomfort is that? So I'm going to take the Camavinga and Dani Carvajal things with a grain of salt. But we had Militao got injured, right? Ferland Mendy picked up a knock. Jude got injured. Tchouaméni got injured. Like, we've had about 13 injuries already so far this season. I'm going to need Carlo and the medical staff, whoever is setting up the training programs. Something's got to change, right? I don't know if we do high intensity. I don't know. But we got to scale it back a bit. Got to scale. Give these players more rest, right? Make the training sessions shorter. Because, come on. Last season, we got away with it. We still had a very good season despite all the injuries, right? But who says that we do that again? And I told you weeks ago, the fact that we were undefeated with the bad form that we were on and some of the injuries that we were dealing with was a miracle. I don't know how we're unbeaten so far this season. But we're not going to be unbeaten for much longer if our star players keep getting injuries. I also forgot to bring up Jean Martinez, right? He tore his ACL. Another kid from the academy that was a part of the first team, I think, did his ACL. Like, what the fuck? It's actually crazy, bro. It is so crazy. And these are some key players that are out. And you got to go play Madrid, right, on Sunday while being a little bit shorthanded. And I don't know what injuries they have, right? We can check on that in a second because we will talk about the Madrid Derby. But, I mean, do they have as many injuries as we do? I don't think so, honestly. Wait a second. When did Dani Oh, okay. William Danny Carvajal. He got injured. I think he got injured last game, and then we kept him out of the Alaves match just to give him a rest. I don't think it's anything serious, right? They're all saying that he will be back for the Atletico game. We only have 2 recognized attackers available right now. What do you mean by that? We have more than 2 attackers available. You got Vinny, you got Rodrygo, you got Endrick, you got Arda Güler, right? Bellingham is technically an attacking player. So we got about like 4 or 5 guys. Unless I'm misreading what you're trying to say, bro. And you can let me know in the comments if I am. The last matches, we are closely monitoring Arda. He doesn't seem confident and willing to take risk. It's like a shadow of fear. He is losing confidence and performing less. Yeah, Arda didn't really do anything yesterday when he came on, but I don't really put that down to him, right? I think it's just when he came on, Alaves already had the momentum and they were able to keep more of the ball. So he did have to kind of defend a lot more. Against Espanyol, I think he was decent. But, he still hasn't scored yet this season. I don't think so. So, we're still waiting for that, but it's all good, I think Ar's going to be in for a big season. He's having a sort of slow start, but it's nothing that really concerns me too much, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, bro. Starters for the Madrid Derby. I mean, okay. I got you. Endrick not going to start in the Derby. Only Vinny and Rodrygo. I agree with you. I don't think that Endrick starts in that Madrid Derby. It's a fact. The only players injured for Atletico are Azpilicueta, Pablo Barrios, and Thomas Lamar. Okay. I mean, like, that's their backups. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys not really missing nobody that serious, But speaking of Atleti, right? This is not going to be a match preview because I will be dropping an actual match preview tomorrow. But I do just want to look ahead towards that game, right? Because this is the first real test that Real Madrid I'm talking about, will have this season, right? The Madrid Derby is always a tough game. They always give us a hard time. They're the last team to beat us, right? We've been unbeaten since we played them last season. And this should be an absolute banger, right? We're sitting second at the moment, and they're sitting fourth. We have played one more game than they have, right? And I don't know when they're going to be playing their game. I don't know if that's going to be today or tomorrow. Who knows? But at the moment, we're ahead of them, right? And on their current form, right? They've won 3 games, drew twice. I think we're both unbeaten, actually. They have not, Atletico Madrid have not lost a game this season. They just have 3 draws and 3 wins, where we have 5 wins and 2 draws, right? So we have been the better side so far this season. We scored more goals than them, and we've only conceded 2 more goals than they have. But our goal difference is higher than theirs. And I don't even know where this game is at, actually. Where is this game at? Is this at the... No, I don't think it's at the Bernabeu. This might be at the Metropolitano, to be honest. But, yeah, I'm not as confident now that the Mbappe injury is here. I feel confident, though, heading into this match on form, right? But it's just like, damn, bro. Like, the injuries just really dampen the mood here, right? And look at our head-to-heads, right? So last time we played them, February 24th, we drew 1-1, right? And then we played them in the Copa del Rey. They beat us 4-2, knocked us out. And then, I mean, these guys are just so annoying. Oh, my gosh. These guys are so annoying. We beat them in the Spanish Super Cup final, right? I remember that game. We went to extra time. I think it was like 3-3 at the end, and then we scored 2 goals. I remember Brahim Diaz, he outran Oblak and scored that. Yeah, we did win that game 5-3. But, yeah, they beat us 3-1. That's actually crazy. 3-1 they beat us. And they actually slapped us as well. Like, they were running all through us, bro. And I think we were missing Tchouaméni that game. When they beat us 3-1, Tchouaméni, let me click that. I don't believe that Tchouaméni was there. Let me see. Are they going to show the 11? Yeah, Tchouaméni did not play that game. Camavinga was there. Was Tchouaméni injured? I forget. Why did you miss? Yeah, Tchouaméni. No, Tchouaméni was on the bench, but he didn't start. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, damn. Look at the injuries, man. Courtois was injured. Vinny, Carvajal, Militao, Arda. I mean, but to be fair, Arda did miss damn near the entire first half of the season. But I mean, yeah, man. This Atleti match is going to be real difficult. It's crazy. Yeah, we started Kepa that game as well. Yeah, that's when Carlo, right? He just wanted to start Kepa like every single week. Started Lucas Vazquez. Yeah, this was a stinker. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they kicked our ass this game. Point is, right? I bring all that up to say, Atleti were the last team to beat us. We have not lost a game since then. And we need to wake up for this game, bro, because we're still chasing Barcelona, right? Barca are on great form. Barcelona are violating every team that they play. And we just can't afford to drop points. We really can't, because it doesn't look like Barca are going to be dropping points soon, right? So my mindset is you got to go out there and win. You got to make a statement against Atlético Madrid. This is the first tough game of the season, right? A lot of eyes are going to be on this. Madrid Derby, last team that beat us. We're also chasing a few records. So we got to wake up. We have to. And the form that we've been on recently, we got to carry that into this Madrid game, because, yeah, they have a good team, but I don't think that they're better than us. I honestly do not believe that Atletico Madrid are better than us. Even with all the injuries that we have, I still expect us to go out there and win. It's going to be a hard game, but you got to get it together. Let's see. Bro, Lino's about to cook us. Yeah, Samuel Lino. Oh, my gosh. I think they play him as like a left wing back. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he's a good player, bro. He is a good player. Atletico play tomorrow against Celta Vigo, and Barcelona play Getafe today. Okay, got you. Lino cooked us in that 3-1. Barca in first. Yeah, bro. Where have you been? Barcelona have been the best team in La Liga this season. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Barcelona have been cooking this season. Watch along Manchester United versus 20. No, I'm not doing any watch alongs tomorrow. That game's gonna be shit. I'm sorry, bro. I don't enjoy watching Manchester United. So unless you guys are playing a big club, I'm not doing a watch along for you. To be honest, like Man United versus FC 20, that just sounds awful. I would rather watch Chelsea's Conference League game tomorrow if I was gonna do a watch along. I'll have to see though, but it definitely will not be Manchester United, bro. But yeah, regardless, man, look, we're not going to be doing an Atleti preview right now. As I said, I will be dropping my match preview for that game sometime tomorrow, right? So, just keep an eye out for that. But just kind of want to touch on it a little bit and just kind of gather my thoughts, because again, this is a team that they do play us really well, right? Like every time we play them, it's a hard game. It's not really ever a walk in the park. But, with that being said, right? The Mbappe injury, right? It kind of has left us in a difficult predicament here, because now we got to figure out how are we going to line up with him not being here anymore, right? And we're going to do 2 11s, right? I'm going to show you as of right now how I think we will line up against Atleti, and my opinions could change. But this is how I think we'll line up against Atleti right now, right? So I think that we will be in a 4-4-2, just not this kind of 4-2-2. So let's just say the 4-1-2-1-2, right? This is how I think that we line up. I think that we're going to see what we saw last season. Double striker, Jude in that 10/false 9 role, right? And I think we'll go out there like this. So obviously, you got to play your strongest 11, right? So Courtois, hopefully Danny Carvajal is back for this game. Then we're going to go Militao, Rudiger. Then we're going to do Mendy, left back. In DM, I'm going Tchouaméni, right? Best defensive midfielder in the world. Don't care what anybody tells me. We're going to go Valverde as the right CM. Then I think Luka starts. Unless other reports come out telling me otherwise, I think Luka starts. And then Jude in the 10. And then Vinny left striker. And then Rodrygo right striker. Now, this is just what I'm thinking right now. I still got to think some things through, right? And maybe it'll be different on my match preview video that I'm going to do. But this is just initially how I think we line up on Sunday, right? Now, obviously, no Endrick in the starting 11. I do not think that Endrick will start in this derby. I would be very shocked if I see Endrick named in that starting 11. But I think we go back to the formation that we ran last season. And I don't think that Camavinga starts either because he would just be coming back from injury, right? Do you think that it's smart to put Camavinga out there for his first game back? Have him going against Atleti when he's not up to game speed. He's going to be a little bit rusty. I don't think so. All right. And hopefully the game plan is to dominate the ball, dictate the tempo, control possession. And I think it could work. This season, last season, we cooked running this. Now, obviously, when we did this against Atleti, they bust our ass, right? It's like the chat brought up. Samuel Lino, he absolutely destroyed Lucas Vazquez, right? But it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, but then it's not because there's no Toni Kroos now, which could also hurt us as well. We know that Atleti like to play physical, right, pragmatic football, but this is how I think we line up Sunday. Like, I would be very surprised if it's anything other than this, right? Now, I just want to show another lineup, right, just in general, right, where I think maybe Endrick could start because I do believe Endrick has to start some games that Mbappe is out. Hold on, so all right, so how I would line up to fit Endrick in there, because I do believe that Endrick does deserve minutes. So how I would line up is, because the 4-2-3-1 is my favorite formation, right? I really do love that formation. I feel like it just provides you so much balance in attack and in defense. So Carvajal. Obviously, right? Back line is not going to be too many changes. Mendy. Jude drops back a little bit deeper, right? In that left CM kind of role. And then Tchouaméni. Actually, no. What am I talking about? No. Switch this. Remove Jude from here. This would be Tchouaméni right here. Then next to him in that pivot, I'm saying Valverde. Like, this is how I would want to line up versus Lille. Valverde. Jude in the 10. Right? Rodrygo on the right. Vinny on the left. And then Endrick, who I do not believe is in the database. Oh, shit! They must have just updated this. I remember before, Endrick was not in here. Hold on, wait. Let me see them real quick. So if I try and put Mbappe, because I remember they had Mbappe still listed as a PSG player. Let me see if they updated that. Oh, they updated it. Yo, finally, W lineup builder. Finally, I can start adding Endrick on this, because usually I have to have that blank because they never have him there because they didn't update it. But here we go. So this is how I would line up after the Atleti game on Sunday. I believe Endrick deserves to start with Mbappe out. He's now our only striker. He's played limited minutes, and in those limited minutes, he's done a lot. He looks clinical. He looks dangerous. And Carlo told us last week, Friday, that Endrick was going to start one of these games. And he ended up not starting against Espanyol. And I believe he picked up a slight knock, which is what the reports were saying, why he didn't start against Alavés. Whether you believe that or not, up to you. Point is, as far as I'm concerned, Carlo has lied to us because Endrick has not started any of those matches. Okay? So, in my opinion, against Lille, Endrick needs to be out there. He must be starting. He must. This is how I want to see us line up against Lille. This is how I want to see us line up. Who do we play next? Let me pull that up. Let me pull up Real Madrid's schedule real quick. Because again, I think it would be a little bit crazy to start Endrick in the Madrid Derby, right? It's going to be a high-pressure situation. We know that Atleti, they play a little bit dirty as well, right? And with him being so young, right, I don't really want to go out there and put that kind of pressure on him, at least not right now. But after that Madrid Derby, right, because I think we will do the diamond. Who knows if Camavinga starts in there? I don't think so. But after that game, we play Lille, then we play Villarreal, then we play Celta Vigo. Yeah, for me, Endrick got to start all three of these games. All three of these games. Start him against Lille. Start him against Villarreal. Start him against Celta Vigo. And then Mbappe might be back for that Dortmund game, or he might be back for Celta Vigo. But Endrick should be starting 2 of these next 3 games. And this is the 11 right here that I want to run with him out there. And I think he'll cook. I honestly believe that Endrick would do a madness if they put him out there. I'm telling you, this guy, his potential is just so high. But, yeah, Chad, as I was saying, this is how I believe we line up on Sunday, right? I think that we do go back to the 4-4-2 with Madrid starting. And then this is just how I want to see us line up after that game. We should be going back to the 4-2-3-1. But let me know what you guys think. Let me see what you're saying. Yeah, Mbappe's injured, bro. People forget when we lost to Atleti in the league last season, Carlo started Bellingham as a striker with Rodrygo and Modric as a 10. Of course we lost. Let me see. Modric should not start against big teams. Why not? Why not? Modric is still one of the best CMs in the world. I still can't think of that many CMs who are better than him. Yeah, he's a little bit older. But I think if we play just a more possession-based game, like how we have been the last few games with the form that we've been on, Modric can definitely start. He definitely can. Love the lineup. Endrick will be so much pressure against Atletico Madrid. W lineups, big up, my guy. Big up, big up. He can't? All right, so you don't think that Madrid should be starting either? Okay, I mean, for me, there's no reason to force Camavinga back into the 11 for this game. This guy has not played. He hasn't played preseason. He has not played a single game for Madrid since the new season has started. He cannot just be thrown into the starting 11. I think he should get subbed on, yes. I think that he is going to be a big boost to the team, yes. But not early on. Like, let him work his way back to fitness off the bench. You know? But yeah, that's just one to consider, right? But we can kind of move off of like all the injuries and all that kind of talk, because there is some other big news that we can get into, right? Like, did you guys see that report that was talking about Carlo might stay past 2026, right? We know that we gave him an extension, right? We extended his contract 2 years. And there's been a lot of speculation about what Real Madrid are going to do with the managerial position after this season, right? Like, there's reports that we may go out there and try and get Xabi Alonso, right? There's reports that, we're looking at other managers just in general. And I think that's because of the poor form that we've been on. Now, recently, right, things have turned around, right? We look a lot better. We're playing better football. We're cooking at the moment. But to be honest, I don't think Carlo's job should be under pressure right now. I think Carlo is still the best manager for Real Madrid. And as long as we're winning trophies, as long as we're doing what needs to be done on the field and winning games, I'm not sacking him. And I don't believe the club will sack Carlo anyways. I think whenever Carlo is done being our manager, I can definitely see that announcement coming out as, Carlo's going to be moving into the front office, right? Like he's going to be in upper management. But I cannot see us just outright sacking Carlo. There's no other manager in world football right now that I would rather have with this squad right here. Maybe you could say Pep Guardiola, but I'm trying to be realistic, right? I don't think Pep would ever come to Real Madrid. Who would I honestly want to replace Carlo with right now? I know people are saying Xabi Alonso, but I'm not bought in on this Xabi Alonso hype. Not yet. Let's see what he does this season, right? Obviously, what he did with Bayer Leverkusen was fantastic. I think them going invincible, right? Them doing a double in Germany, that's all good and well. But I want to see him prove it again. Now, I don't think Leverkusen are going to be able to go invincible another season. But I just want to see how Xabi manages this side that he has in the Champions League, right? How's he going to do against Bayern Munich, who now look like a better team, right? With the summer signings that they've brought in. But I don't like Xabi's tactics for our squad. I think for Leverkusen, it works, obviously. But with the players that we have, I'm not trying to see a back three and wing backs. I'm not trying to see that. I don't think that we have the personnel for a Xabi Alonso. I honestly don't. And is he a better manager than Carlo? No. Carlo's the GOAT. And he's the kind of manager that you need with all these big personalities in the squad. Now, look, Xabi Alonso, very good player, right? Played for Real Madrid, played for Bayern Munich, played for Liverpool. This guy was everywhere. And now his managerial career is off to a very fast start. But I think to just give him this squad right now is a little bit dangerous because there's no pressure at Leverkusen. What he did was phenomenal. It was amazing. But if Leverkusen would have came 5th or 4th last season, they would have been happy with that. Coming to manage Madrid, I mean, and he would know this because he was a player here, but it hits different. It's not the same. Like, you are expected to win everything. Look at how the media treated Xavi at Barcelona. This guy, that was a part of the reason why he quit, was because how the media were on him. So, if Xabi Alonso goes out there and wins the Bundesliga again, goes deep in the Champions League, and wins some more trophy, then fair enough. But for the system that he likes to run, Xabi Alonso is not my first choice to be the next manager for Madrid. I'm going to just be real with you. Now, some people have told me that, well, Xabi can adjust his tactics, right? Like, Xabi only runs with the wingbacks because it fits the personnel at Leverkusen. But I'm not willing to gamble on that. Because if he comes in and implements a back three with 2 wingbacks, what, you're going to have Vinicius playing as a left wingback? Rodrygo as a right wing back, and then who gets dropped in midfield? Who gets dropped? You're going to have to drop a few players. So, not for me, right? I'd rather Jurgen Klopp. I know I brought up Pep Guardiola earlier, but yo, we've seen crazier things happen in world football. Who would have thought that Luis Figo at the time would have left Barcelona for Real Madrid? Pep only has 1 year left on his deal. And Man City, they're going through all these charges, right? They got that court case going on. Florentino Perez could be real convincing. I think it's a long shot. But if I was Madrid, why not reach out to Pep? Especially if City are found guilty on all of these charges and they get some severe punishments. Why not go see if you could bring Pep to the Bernabeu? Fuck it. We have the pull. And the squad right there would fit him perfectly. But as far as Xabi Alonso is concerned, I am not convinced and I do not like the tactics. And I'm seeing this comment right here underneath this tweet, right? And the report saying, right, breaking, Carlo Ancelotti does not rule out staying at Real Madrid even after 2026 when his contract ends. And then, look, chat, don't be like Daryl. Don't be like Daryl. Daryl's a dumbass. Do not be like Daryl, chat. He's a fucking idiot. Imagine disrespecting Carlo Ancelotti like this. Daryl says, nah, you've done so much for us, old man. We need Xabi Alonso ball at the Bernabeu. Do not be like Daryl. To just disrespect Carlo like that. The greatest manager of all time. Let me click Daryl's page. 6,000 followers. Follow this idiot. Parody account. Because that's what they all are. Who's his profile picture of? It's always these profiles that have a player as their picture that just say the dumbest shit. It's all about interaction. It's all about trying to engage and, you know, get the most likes and retweets. Nobody's actually saying things that they would literally say if they had to show their face. And here's how I can tell. Here's how I can tell. Look. Quote tweeting United Trade. That's how you can tell when these accounts are just trying to, don't be like Daryl. Don't disrespect Carlo. There's no manager right now in world football that's better for the job than Carlo Ancelotti. And it's just so crazy how fast people forget. He's done so much for us. Literally. Just last season, we won the Champions League, La Liga, Spanish Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup we just won. And all of a sudden, because we're struggling a little bit, people want Carlo out. How fast they forget. This guy is, as I said, the greatest manager of all time. I think he's joint top for most trophies won at the club. This guy is the 3-time Champions League winner here. 2-time Club World Cup. Won La Liga twice. 3 UEFA Super Cups. 2 Copa del Reys. 2 Spanish Super Cups. Since he's come back from, he was at Everton, we brought him back. He's been on fire. We've been cooking. And look at how people disrespect him. Xabi Alonso is nowhere near the manager that Carlo is. And I'll make this guarantee right now. He doesn't even have close to the career that Carlo's had. Stop trying to force out managers just because our form hasn't been the best. Now, if we don't win a trophy this season, if we don't, like, if we come 4th, 5th, and we go trophyless, then yes, I would say, okay, maybe Carlo should leave. But right now, it's super reactionary. We haven't even lost the game yet. And you guys know I've been real critical on how we've played. But there's no reason to be talking to me about sacking Carlo. And there's no reason to disrespect him for managers like Xabi Alonso. But we'll see what happens. As I said, I think even when he's done managing the first team, I think that he'll end up going into management. And like, He'll end up being like a consultant for the team or something like he will still work for the club in some capacity. I don't see Carlo going anywhere else. And he's done too much to just be outright sacked. You can't disrespect him like that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. The disrespect to my guy Carlo. Sickening. But yeah, man. Give me Pep. Give me, I think Jurgen Klopp for me. I'd rather have Klopp over Xabi Alonso. Klopp, we all know that he's taken a year off from football, and he deserves to go to a team that has this type of talent, right? Klopp has always had to go to clubs that are second fiddle, right? Dortmund are second fiddle in Germany to Bayern Munich. Liverpool, he had to deal with FSG, owners that don't want to spend money. He had to deal with non-ambitious ownership group. Wasn't backed as much as he should have been. And despite all that, he's won trophies. He's made them competitive. Klopp deserves to be at a club like a Madrid that's going to give him the resources, that's going to have a team already there that's elite. Give me those guys before I'm considering Xabi Alonso at the moment. What you guys saying? Forcing Camavinga to start will cause more problems. Facts. Give me Klopp. Klopp's a good shout. As long as Carlo's delivering, he's him. That's what I'm saying. I like Spain's coach as well, but I feel like if he leaves that Spain job, he'll prefer to coach Barca. Carlo is the best option for us compared to Pep and Klopp. I actually think Pep would do some damage with this team. And Pep runs the formation that we run already. I would rather choose Xabi over Pep. You're crazy. What? Fahim, you would choose Xabi Alonso over Pep to manage Madrid? Nah, if both are available, I'm taking Pep every day of the week. No, because Pep is bad or something, by the way. What do you mean Pep is bad? Xabi's tactics doesn't shoot Real Madrid, but Klopp's tactics does work with the players. That's a fact. Why are we even talking about sacking Carlo? Bro, people talk about it, literally. But yeah, we can move on from that because I got a few more topics to get into and not that much time, guys. So next thing that I want to get into, right? Now, obviously, we got to start looking at possibly bringing in a defender in the summer because we've just been real light at that position. And a player that we've been linked to a lot lately is Saliba, right? Saliba is a player that Madrid are monitoring. And there's just been so many links with us and him that I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, the reports are saying that Real Madrid are interested in Saliba, but Arsenal have no intention to negotiate a sale for the defender, right? I've also seen some other reports saying that Arsenal will not sell him at any price, right? And I do think that any deal for Saliba will be very expensive. I think if Saliba leaves Arsenal, he will have to be the world's most expensive defender. He should be costing close to 100 million. I'm going to be real. Saliba is an absolute baller. And I think he's one of the best center backs in the world. And because of that, I think he will leave Arsenal. If they do not win a trophy this season, I think Saliba's gone next summer. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans have deluded themselves into believing that all these players are going to just remain at the club no matter what's going on. When we all know that that's very false. Right? These players have ambition. These players want to win things. They're not going to just sit around at Arsenal season after season and be okay with not winning a trophy. If you don't think that Saliba talks to Mbappe, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Ferland Mendy, if you don't think that he talks to these guys, you're out of your mind. If you don't think that if there's serious interest in him at Madrid, if you don't think that the club have even told them, yo, hit up Saliba, you know? If you don't think that as a French player, he would not want to come to the Bernabeu, you're out of your mind. Even if Arsenal were winning trophies, I think we could still take him. But the fact that they're not winning, right? The fact that they've been the bridesmaids to Man City the past 2 seasons, a player like Saliba's not going to want to just sit there and deal with that because he doesn't have to. Saliba's going to have suitors from every elite club. Bayern Munich would take him. Saliba would go into any of these elite clubs and he would continue the form that he's on because he's that good. He's good on the ball. He's good defensively. He's good aerially. I can't really think of any weakness that he has. Now, I would say the only issue with Madrid possibly signing Saliba next summer is that if you bring in a player like Saliba, especially with the money that he's going to cost, he has to start, right? Now, we have Rodrygo and we have Militao, who are both playing at a very high level. And I think that Rodrygo is honestly one of the best center backs in the world. He's definitely top 5. Saliba, if he comes in, where does he play right now? Is he better than Militao? Yes, I would say Saliba's better than Militao. But I don't believe Madrid want to buy a center back right now to essentially displace one of Rodrygo or Militao, right? I think that's why this past summer we were looking at Lenioro, because he's only 18 years old, right? Very young, can come off the bench, can be rotated in some games, and can learn from Militao and Rodrygo. But Saliba, you're not bringing him in to just learn from them. Obviously, he can learn from Rodrygo. He can learn from a Militao, right? These are players that have won things that he's not going to win at Arsenal. But I think Saliba would be coming in to start. And, I mean, it's a good problem to have. And I hope we can do this deal because when I think of a center back that I want next summer, it's him. It is. And again, it's going to be difficult to get him off of Arsenal. It's going to cost a shit ton of money. He's young. And his potential seems like it's through the roof. I don't think that we've seen him at his best. But I'm telling you right now, bro, Arsenal need to win something this season. Because after that abysmal summer window that they've had, all the pressure is put on them. And now that Rodri is going to miss the entire season for Man City, the expectations is literally for Arsenal to win it this season. And if they don't, I can't see some of these players being here after next summer. That's all I'm saying. If you don't think Saliba would come, you're out of your mind, you know? But let me see what you guys are saying. And there's been so many sources, right? And I, again, this one's not super reliable. I see that comment as well, but let's see. Company? Nah, he just went to Bayern. Yo, Company got Bayern Munich hooking at the moment. Oh my goodness. Yo, Abdallah, what's going on, bro? Big up, big up. I saw that you guys signed Szczesny today. Pep kind of overrated. You guys are crazy. Not a reliable source. Not fair enough. It's all speculation, but there's been a lot of rumors though. This is not the first report that we've seen. So that's one to also consider as well. He's very okay. Saliba's better than okay. Someone said we couldn't pull Euro, but we want Saliba. Mandem forget Euro wait off for us, but we didn't want to. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We didn't want to offer the money that United were willing to pay, so we lost out on him. But we made that choice. Pep is not overrated, but the thing is, he's lucky to manage in the Premier League when most of the Premier League teams are shit. This era of Premier League is so boring. But do you think that's because Pep has made it a Farmers League because of how good he is, right? He is shitter Varane. What? Bro, come on, man. The disrespect to Saliba is crazy. Look at the replies on his tweet from Arsenal fans. Yeah, let's see what these idiots are saying. They could have Kiwior for 80 million. He should know that if you want to win something in your career, leave Arsenal. Madrid couldn't pull Euro, but they want Saliba. Arsenal trying to deny him of a move to his dream club. If Real Madrid knocks on the door, Arsenal has no, especially because, and I think if Madrid do want him, and if they do make a bid, I think that he does force the move. Honestly. I want a young center back like Inacio. Bastoni is 25 years old. Bastoni is older than Saliba. Bastoni is 25. Antonio Silva is young as well. Yeah. We'll see. Yo, Bayern Review, big up, bro. What's up? What's up? I actually check your DMs. I saw that you DM me like last week, but I answered you today. I just saw it today. So yeah, check your DMs, bro. Big up. Who is the new company reporting? It's Trust Me, bro. No, I would not have Kim and Jay. Executioner, what's going on, bro? Yeah, man. We talked about this earlier. If Madrid call him, don't think he will say no. Of course not. Of course not. But enough about Saliba. And last topic, right? Got to focus on another French center back that's had a very eventful day. So if you guys have not heard, right, Raphael Varane has retired, right? Obviously a Real Madrid legend. We brought him in from, I think, Lens in France, right? When he was like, I think 18, we signed him, or like 19. And then he was at Madrid for a majority of his career, right? Won everything with us, right? Was a part of a great center back pairing between him and Sergio Ramos. Then I think 3 years ago he left to go to Manchester United, ended up winning a Carabao Cup, won an FA Cup, and then left Manchester United this past summer on a free, and then signed for Como in the summer. But he never even got a chance to play for Como because I think he played like one game for them. And then he got a knee injury, right? And he decided to call it quits. You know, Raphael Varane, he's a player that has dealt with a lot of injuries throughout his career. And he's still young. He's only 31 years old. But, I mean, if your body keeps breaking down, right, you got to just call it quits. Like, sometimes your body lets you know when it's over, you know? And I did just want to read kind of the statement that he put out today, right? But yeah, he posted on Instagram, said, okay, let's read it, chat. He says, they say all good things must come to an end. In my career, I have taken on many challenges, rose to occasion after occasion. Almost all of it was supposed to be impossible, incredible emotions, special moments, and memories that will last a lifetime. Reflecting on these moments, it is with immense pride and a feeling of fulfillment that I am announcing my retirement from the game that we all love. I hold myself to the highest standards. I want to go out strong, not just holding on to the game. It takes a big dose of courage to listen to your heart and your instinct. Desire and needs are two different things. I have fallen and risen 1,000 times, and this time it's the moment to stop and hang my boots up with my final game winning a trophy at Wembley. That's true. His last official match was the FA Cup win with Manchester United over Man City. And that's how you go out, like a champ. He goes on to say, I have loved fighting for myself, my clubs, my country, my teammates, and the supporters of every team I have played for, from Lens to Madrid to Manchester, and playing for our national team. I have defended every badge with everything I have and loved every minute of the journey. The game at the highest level is a thrilling experience. It tests every level of your body and your mind. The emotions we experience, you cannot find anywhere else. As athletes, we are never satisfied, never accepting of success. It is our nature, and it's what fuels us. I have no regrets. I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, this guy has literally completed world football. Like, of course he has no regrets. Like, there's nothing else that he could have done to have a better career. He's won literally everything, guys. Everything he's won. 1 second, chat. 1 second, chat. Keep it going. It says, I have won more than I could have dreamed of beyond the accolades and trophies. 1 second. Yeah, I am proud. Basically, look, lovely speech, or I say Instagram caption. You could tell that he, that he wrote this. Like this does not come across as like a PR kind of statement that his agent wrote up. Like I could definitely tell that he wrote this. And yeah, you got everybody commenting. I mean, everybody, right? You got Ronaldo here, Fabrizio, like all Champions League, score 90, like all these big pages, the Madrid pages, like because everybody understands how great of a player this guy was. Van Dijk, Marcelo, Luke Shaw, Jadon Sancho, Rio Ferdinand. This guy's an absolute baller. Absolute baller. And then I do just want to show, you know, all the accomplishments that he's had. I mean, this guy's won the World Cup, 4-time Champions League, 4-time FIFA Club World Cup, 3-time La Liga winner, right? Won the Super Cup 3 times, UEFA Super Cup, I should say. Nations League winner, FA Cup winner, Copa del Rey winner, Spanish Super Cup winner, Carabao Cup, everything. Fantastic career that he's had, bro. But, you know, I'm going to end it here, right? I do got to go. I got some stuff to get ready for. We will be live in about 15 minutes. We're going to be doing Liverpool versus West Ham, right? That game should be really fun. So I'm going to set up for that. When I end this stream, it'll take you over to that watch along. It should. So, you know, make sure that you guys head over there, right? Smash the like button. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit, people. Yeah, let me go. W stream, W chat, and let's talk some more in that watch along. All right, guys? I'm out, people. Peace.